You know, in the world of education and training, it feels like there's this constant push for the next big thing, right? The newest VR system, the latest interactive platform. We're always searching for that technological silver bullet to make learning better. But what if the answer isn't in the technology at all? What if we've been looking in the completely wrong place this whole time? Let's really dig into that.
Okay, so first up, let's tackle a huge, and I mean huge, assumption that drives so many of our decisions in training. I'm talking about the myth of media's power.
We've all been there, haven't we? A brand new piece of tech gets rolled out, and there's this little spark of hope that this is it. This is the thing that's finally going to engage our learners, boost retention, and solve all those tricky training challenges. And hey, it's a super appealing idea. But what if that whole idea is just fundamentally wrong? Way back in 1994, a researcher named Richard Clark made this really provocative statement that just turns that whole assumption on its head. He argued that the medium itself, whether it's a book, a video, or some fancy simulator, has zero direct impact on learning. That was a bold claim then, and believe me, it is just as relevant today.
Now, I know that sounds a little abstract, so to make it crystal clear, Clark gave us a really powerful analogy. He asks us to think of it like this. So imagine your e-learning platform is just a delivery truck. Now, the truck that brings groceries to your house, it doesn't change your nutrition, does it? The truck itself doesn't make you healthier. It's the groceries inside that do all the work. Well, it's the exact same idea here. Media is just the delivery truck, the instructional content, the exercises, the scenarios, the mental heavy lifting you design. That's the stuff that actually makes learning happen. So if the truck isn't the important part, what is? Let's get a really clear look at what Clark calls the real active ingredient in all of this. Okay, so here's the absolute core of it, the instructional method. This has nothing to do with the technology. It's all about the cognitive task you give the learner. Are you asking them to just recall information, or are they solving a tough problem, analyzing a complex scenario? It's the method, what you actually ask them to do with the information, that flips the switch and activates the learning process. It doesn't matter what tech you use to get it there. And this is where it gets really important. When we get dazzled by the shiny new delivery truck, and we totally forget to focus on the quality of the groceries inside, well, that's when we start making poor and often really, really expensive decisions. We pour our time and our budget into the latest media, hoping for some kind of magic learning breakthrough, when really our focus should have been on designing the learning experience itself all along. So all of this kind of brings us to a final thought, doesn't it? This whole idea forces us to take a step back and really reevaluate where we put our energy as educators. It makes us ask a pretty fundamental question. The next time you're planning a training session, try not to just think about the platform you're going to use. Instead, ask yourself this. If this piece of tech is just the delivery truck, what are the groceries I'm putting inside it? What is the one critical thing my learners need to do for real lasting learning to actually happen? Because that question, that's the real heart of effective instruction. Thanks for tuning in.